Chapter 31 Three Clans Invade, Wanting to Kill the Son of the God Emperor. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yueliuli looked at Yi Tian and said softly, "This is her and Yi Junlin's only child. Even though his talent is mediocre, he is just a mortal, even if he has no ambitions and just wants to be a dude, but so what, as long as they can grow up happily, they are satisfied." The powerful aura of Yueliuli radiated out, unrivaled, like a god, overwhelming all living beings. The elders of Ye's family and many children present did not dare to have any doubts. That's right, even though the young master of the Yi family has no ambitions, he just wants to be a playboy who eats, drinks and has fun, but he is still the young master of the Yi family, the only son of the God Emperor. Some are happy and some are sad. The saint in neon clothes and Princess Daxia laughed secretly in their hearts. As long as he can become the mate of the young master of the Yi family, no matter how talented the young master is, it doesn't matter whether he is a playboy or not, they just want to use the influence of the Yi family to restore the immortality behind them. If the young master of the Yi family is really a playboy character, all he wants to do is lay down. On the contrary, it is extremely beneficial to them. Great, if the young master of the Yi family is a playboy, then, maybe he will really accept my maid. The saint in neon clothes thought in her heart, smiling charmingly. As for the powerhouses of the Fire Demon Clan, Bone Demon Clan, and Purgatory Lion Clan, they laughed secretly. The son of the dignified God Emperor turned out to be a playboy with no ambitions, but even so, he must die. At this moment, the leader of the Fire Demon Clan heard a voice. "Turn on the teleportation array." The powerhouses of the three clans have been assembled, and they can use the teleportation array to appear inside the Yi family at any time. Although it is impossible to destroy the Yi family, being able to kill the son of the God Emperor is also a great danger of extinction. That the leader of the Fire Demon tribe immediately transmitted voices to the leaders of the other two tribes. The three strong men silently looked at each other and nodded. An extremely dangerous aura quietly permeated the void, and no one could detect it. And Yi Tian was carried into Yueliuli's arms again. At this moment, the voice of the system sounded in his mind, reminding Yi Tian. "Host, be careful, the plans of the three immortal forces against you are about to start. This time, they came here with the intention to kill." Yi Tian smiled in his heart, without any panic, and said directly like an old dog. "System, the layout is small, don't panic. With an invincible background, plus my holy master's mother is here, who dares to kill me? I just don't know where my God Emperor father is. With him here, those thieves put a knife on my neck, and I don't panic at all." Yi Tian laughed, but there was no trace of fear. If this happened to other babies, just being frightened would be enough to drive them out of their wits. Suddenly, the sky exploded and flashed like a huge thunder. In some sacred mountains of Ye's family, there was the sound of fighting and howling. Above the sky, a sound wave swept across, echoing in the ears of everyone, causing layers of waves. The Fire Demon Clan has arrived, present a great gift to the Yi family, and kill the son of the God Emperor. The elite of the Bone Demon Clan attacked with all their strength, beheading the son of the God Emperor. The powerhouses above the God realm of the Purgatory Lion Clan come out in full force, beheading the son of the God Emperor. The voice fell, and before the rest of the immortal forces could react, ghosts swept across the sky and the earth, and ghosts howled. There is a pillar of energy inside the sacred mountain, breaking through the sky, piercing the sky, exuding an ancient aura. Just like the revival of a fierce beast in the ancient times, it is generally frightening and trembling uncontrollably. During the circulation of the runes, the big formation was opened, and a strong man emerged. "Foreign enemies invade, foreign enemies invade. Quickly face the battle, hurry up and prepare for battle." In the rest of the Yi family, many elders heard the voice and headed towards the sacred mountain, with the momentum of thunder sweeping across all junctures. Behead the invading enemy. Yueliuli listened to the sound of shouts of killing soaring into the sky, and the dark clouds billowing above the sky. Murderous intent flashed in his eyes. It seemed that this group of rats were about to attack. What? At the full moon feast of the son of the God Emperor, come and kill the son of the God Emperor. What kind of power is it that dares to act recklessly and recklessly? The Yi family, but the first family in the heavens, isn't it afraid of being wiped out? The sound of killing is loud, the killing intent is overwhelming, and there are even strong men above the gods coming out. It seems. It is the joint efforts of several immortal forces to put the son of the god emperor to death. The many immortal forces who came to the banquet were amazed, and some elders of the great teaching looked at this scene in disbelief. When he rushed to the banquet, he thought that there must be some unscrupulous forces that would be enemies of the Yi family, and they would make small moves secretly. However, he never expected that, on the bright side, he would directly enter Wan Gai's house and assassinate him by means of thunder, even paying a heavy price. Such a scene can be called epic. Amitabha. It seems that today's trip was not in vain. There was a Buddha in Dalian temple with bright eyes, hiding in the dark, ready to see how the Wan Gui family ended this turmoil. Die for the family. Kill the son of the god emperor. Die for the family, kill the son of the god emperor. And just above the square, the powerful members of the Fire Demon clan, the Bone Demon clan, and the Purgatory Lion clan that came earlier stopped waiting and roared. Then it was unsheathed like a sharp sword, unparalleled in strength, piercing through the void. In the blink of an eye, he was in front of Yueliuli. The three of them are not weak in cultivation. They are very strong. Hidden cultivation before, now. It's like a flood pouring out, and the aura of the realm of the divine way can be seen at a glance. Impressively, they are three powerhouses in the realm of true gods. The elders of the other immortal great cult exclaimed, the realm of true gods is also a pillar-like existence among ordinary immortal forces. Yueliuli hugged Yi Tian, her jade legs were slender, and lotus flowers rose under her feet, which were extremely bright, wrapping her inside. Three strong men in the realm of true gods shot together, but the attack was also cancelled out. Oh, even if the emperor came here, he would never want to touch the child of the Holy Lord. Not to mention you ants, die. Yueliuli yelled coquettishly. The divine way runes permeated outside the body, and the supreme aura of the emperor radiated out, like Mount Tai pressing down on the top. Those three strong men from various races in the realm of true gods were crushed into powder without even making a scream. The majesty of the emperor is so terrifying that it destroys everything. Immediately, he looked at the Fire Demon clan, the Bone Demon clan and others on the square. The powerhouses of the three clans on the square saw the incident revealed without any fear. Die for the family, kill. Die for the family, kill. Die for the family, kill. Yueliuli's eyes were extremely contemptuous, as if she was looking at a group of clowns. Stretching out his slender hand, with the snap of his fingers, dozens of strong men from the three races were wiped out, leaving no bones left. Then he said in a cold voice, people of the Wangyi family, defend against the enemy. Those who dare to invade the Wangyi family will die. Yueliuli is like a heroine in a party of women, suppressing one party with her gaze. The disciples of the Yi family on the square echoed accordingly. All the halls and halls of the Wangyi family have also entered a state of combat readiness. Many elders of the Yi family appeared, and after sensing the powerful aura, they headed towards the major sacred mountains. And Yi Tian, who was in Yueliuli's arms, was astonished in his heart. And secretly called out, hey, in order to kill a baby, you actually came out with all your strength. Even the powerful and strong in the realm of the true gods are just going forward and exploring the way. I wipe it. Fortunately, my mother is here, so everything is safe. Chapter 32 Come out in full force, the shadow in nothingness. Does it have an internal response? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Quick, follow me quickly. Support the Wangyi family. To cause trouble at the full moon banquet of the son of the god emperor of the Wangyi family, unless you have a lot of confidence, otherwise you are looking for a dead end. It's rare to see it in a million years. In today's fairyland, there are still forces that don't know how to live or die. Many immortal forces and top forces, many elders and great powers who came to the banquet to worship, looked at the direction of the teleportation arrays with burning eyes. Mutual sound transmission, going to help the Wangyi family clean up the invading enemies. They came here today to worship the Wangyi family. The forces behind it naturally have a close relationship with the Wangyi family. If you let the family high level know that you have come this time, you have encountered such a thing. if they don't extend a helping hand, they will definitely be severely punished after returning to the family. At the same time, with a sneer in his heart, the Yueliuli family is tyrannical, and He Feng Shao is young, and he will be easily suppressed. There is such a turmoil in the Yi family in the past, and today is the full moon feast of the son of the God Emperor. Why didn't you see Yi Junlin, the God Emperor of the Yi family? One of the elders of the holy religion said doubtfully, I don't understand, today is the full moon banquet for the only heir of the God Emperor, yet the God Emperor didn't show up, and now that the three immortal forces are coming to disturb the Yi family, the God Emperor of the Yi family is still indifferent, hiding behind the scenes and not appearing. Oh, how busy the Lord God Emperor is! In addition, as the God Emperor of the world, he is supreme and dominates the heavens. He also has to fight against the heavenly demons from outside the territory and the darkness and weirdness. It should not be taken into account. One of the leaders of the immortal sect spoke in person. He thought that if the God Emperor Yi Junlin didn't show up, he was too busy to take care of it. In addition, the Yueliuli family was originally the #1 family in the heavens, with powerful strength. It is not easy to deal with these clowns, and there is no need to move the God Emperor at all. Many guests from various forces who came to pay homage to the Yueliuli family, with divine power and unparalleled power, will go to the places of the teleportation arrays to help the Yueliuli family eradicate the disaster, but suddenly, the space was blocked, and the world fell into a haze. Many guests were trapped and unable to leave the place. Damn it! There are powerful people who will block us. It must be to trap us here and prevent us from helping the Yueliuli family. It's impossible for me to be trapped for a long time when my cultivation level is unrivaled. It's just that someone wants to procrastinate. Everyone realized that they were all strong in cultivation. If they went at this time, they would definitely stop the plans of some reactionary forces. That's why they used their strange treasures to trap them here, and in a void, there is a figure covered in black mist, looking in the direction of the many guests. He smiled coldly, with a gloomy tone, like a ghost. You don't have half the time to burn incense, and you still want to escape the space blockade of the Dingjun talisman? It prevented you from going forward. With the strength of the three immortal forces, they should be able to accomplish a lot in a short period of time. And within the many sacred mountains of Yueliuli's family, the teleportation array bursts out with majestic light, standing between the heaven and the earth like a vast Dharma image. There are many god-level powerhouses who are rarely seen on weekdays, walking out of the teleportation array either holding a sword in hand, or shining in the sky, or breaking all restrictions with both fists, but without exception, they all have one thing in common, that is to have murderous intent in his eyes. With the heart of killing, to move forward without any thought of retreating. I have been suppressed by the Yueliuli family for so long, and my sword is already too hungry. There was a strong man with a saber in his hand, his whole body was wrapped in scorching flames, and the flames shone from his eyes, burning the whole world. He is the third elder of the Fire Demon clan. Today, the Fire Demon clan came out in full force, and even the patriarch and the two ancestors came in person, to behead the son of the God Emperor, and give the Yueliuli family a head-on blow. The Yueliuli family will pay a heavy price. As for his own immortal force, the other three ancestors were left to guard today's matter, success or benevolence. The third elder of the Fire Demon clan was extremely brave. He entered and exited 7 times among the crowd, and beheaded some Yi family children and guardian beasts in the sacred mountain. I never dreamed that I could gallop and kill in the Yueliuli family. And above the sky, there is a white-haired strong man with white bone wings, holding a white bone sword, a little cold light, piercing the void, like a killing god. He is the second elder of the Bone Demon clan. His cultivation base is tyrannical, bloodthirsty and killing. Walking out of the teleportation formation, seeing the world of the Yueliuli family, he became even more excited, wanting to slaughter all living beings, wanton killing, and vent the dissatisfaction of countless ages. At the same time, he also knew that since he had stepped into Yueliuli's house, there was a high probability that he would not be able to go back today. You can kill as many as you can. In the mountains and forests of Xinshan Treasure Island, several lions wrapped in the flames of purgatory appeared. Their hair was as red as blood, as if they had stepped out of hell. An ancient race, the Purgatory Lion clan. Opening his bloody mouth, the sound waves shook the sky, vibrating in the void universe. The sharp claws were extremely sharp, as if they could tear apart the heavens and the earth. Between the openings, flames spewed out, burning everything. That huge body, like a mountain range, cut off everything. The three immortal forces almost showed their background, and the strong above the gods came out in full force. Only 2 or 3 ancestors were left to guard their own residence, as well as countless disciples. The immortal forces such as the Fire Demon Clan and the Bone Demon Clan are extremely powerful, and they are considered top among the immortal forces, and they are backed by extraterrestrial demons and life-forbidden zones, so no one dares to provoke them. The elder-level figures of these 3 immortal forces all began to slaughter in the Yueliuli family. People blocked and killed people, and their lives were shattered. The teleportation array is still running at full capacity. It is not realistic to kill the son of the God Emperor with only characters like them. That's why you bring your own heritage. The stronger the strength, the slower the transmission will often be. What they said to do was to delay the time while destroying Yueliuli's family, waiting for the patriarchs of their respective forces and 2 or 3 ancestors of their respective forces to send them over. He Fengshao is young, how dare you make a mistake here? I really think that my Yueliuli family is easy to bully. That accompanied by a roar of anger, above the sky, the giant sword slashed down, chopping down the stars, wrapped in monstrous power, like a river of stars falling down. There is only a dazzling white on between the sky and the earth, but before that, the third elder of the Fire Demon Clan, who was holding a saber, was chopped off at the waist and let out a shrill scream. Ah! Who attacked? And an elder wearing a black robe and holding a sharp sword appeared. This person is the 6th elder of the main branch of the Yi family, named Xuanhuan, who holds the Tianxian sword in his hand and cuts off all shackles in the world. When he was young, he crossed the border and killed a powerful emperor in the supreme realm. Before entering the realm of the divine way, you can use the sharp sword in your hand to powerfully kill the strong in the true God realm. At the same time, this person is also one of Yi Jianxin's masters in the Yi family, and he tutors him in swordsmanship. You little bastards dare to make trouble in my Yueliuli family. Do you want to test the sword in my hand? Is it sharp? The old man's 6th elder didn't say much cruelty. He charged forward with a sword in his hand. I practiced in the Yi family Jianga before, and I never thought that such a thing would happen. After the investigation, he quickly rushed over with the skill of supernatural powers, just in time to encounter this scene, and made a strong move to kill this group of rebellious people. Help me! Holding a saber, the 3rd elder of the Fire Demon Clan, who had been chopped off at the waist, had trembling pupils, utterly terrified, and his hair stood on his head, as if he was being targeted by a fierce god. Seeing this, the 2nd elder of the Bone Demon Clan and the 3rd elder of the Purgatory Lion Clan stepped forward to rescue them. However, Yi Zhanyao's speed was too fast. The sword in his hand flashed coldly, and the head of the 3rd elder of the Fire Demon Clan rolled to the ground. His eyes were filled with disbelief. Just now, he was about to flex his muscles and slaughter the children of the Yi family. In the end, he was beheaded with a sword, and he died with regret. Yueliuli, who dared to come here, nodded when she saw this. As for Yi Tian in Yueliuli's arms, seeing the sword sealing his throat, his big eyes were full of shock. With this background, are you still afraid of danger? In my heart, I mourned for 3 seconds for the strong man who had just been beheaded, and the 6th elder dared to come here. Seeing so many Yi family children and other elders, still turning his back to the crowd, he turned his head slightly. His right eye was sharp, looking at the world with disdain. He said to many members of the Yi family, just watch the show, I can kill such ants with one blow. Chapter 33 The Patriarch of the 3 Clans. There is no retreat, the ghost in the Yi family, the Ha. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The sky was shining brightly, and the 6th elder, Yi Zhanyao, turned his back on everyone, like a human swordsman. Seeing this scene, Yi Tian, who was in Yueliuli's arms, looked surprised and exclaimed in his heart. Fuck, is this the 6th elder of the main line of my Yi family? It's so pretentious, and the pretense skills are not much worse than me in the previous life. Yi Tian laughed inwardly, thinking to himself that the elders of the main branch of the Yueliuli family really have their own characteristics. With the sword in his hand, these 6 elders can rise and fall with the sword, and he can be regarded as a good hand in the world of pretending. Yi Zhanyao, I remember you. The revenge of the past, Let's avenge it today. At this moment, an extremely powerful being among the Bone Demon clan saw Yi Zhangyao holding the Tianxian sword, and roared. The sound waves shook the sky, the nether ghost flames entangled beside him, charging towards Yi Zhangyao like a devil coming out of hell. This person is the second elder of the Bone Demon clan. In the past, his own brother died under the sword of Yi Zhangyao, the sixth elder of the Yi family. From then on, he swore to heaven that he would kill Yi Zhangyao in his lifetime, otherwise, you will have no face to face your brothers under the 9 springs. It turned out to be the defeated general. Come on, you're just a moron. Yi Zhangyao, the sword in his hand was extremely fierce, he waved it casually, the fierce sword energy caused the void to vibrate, and the space shattered like white paper. At the same time, the divine light of the teleportation array flickered, and a more powerful existence came out of the teleportation array, wreaking havoc on the Yi family forever. But only a small part remained at the teleportation array. Most of them are looking for the son of the God Emperor based on the breath of the God Emperor. Coming here, beheading the son of the God Emperor is a top priority, absolutely no delay. And the Yueliuli family has also completely entered a state of combat readiness. The Law Enforcing Hall, Discipline Hall, Alchemy Hall, Artifact Refining Hall, and Wanbao Pavilion of Yueliuli's family also sent their elders and guards to suppress the invading enemies. As for Yi Linglong, Yi Jianshan, Yi Dan and other young talents, they are in their own sacred mountain and treasure island. In this battle, the elite of the 3 immortal forces will come out, and there are so many strong men. Above the divine realm, they will surely kill the son of the divine emperor and bring chaos to the Yi family forever. Under such circumstances, even if the younger generation is sent, it will be useless, and it will only increase casualties. Ha ha ha. This seed is here too. In a place where there were teleportation eyes, a figure emerged, wearing a black robe, surrounded by flames, exuding a monstrous dark aura, like a world-extinguishing fire demon. This person is the patriarch of the fire demon clan, and his current cultivation has reached the peak of the god Venerable, and he is only one step away from becoming the supreme god emperor. Previously, he was still afraid of the Yueliuli family. After all, it was the #1 family in the heavens, and there was a god emperor in charge. However, according to the news from the spies, the god emperor Yi Junlin was not there at the full moon feast of the son of the god emperor. Just God help me. Yueliuli family. They have suppressed my fire demon clan for countless ages, and it is time to pay the price today. The patriarch of the fire demon is full of blood, and his aura is extremely terrifying. There are black flames burning in his eyes, and his hatred has reached the extreme. Brother Hua, let me congratulate you. At another location of the teleportation array, 2 more strong men appeared one after another. They were tall, with gloomy faces, and filled with dark and evil aura, like devils. One is the patriarch of the Bone Demon clan, and the other is the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan. Both the Fire Demon Patriarch and the Ancient Demon Patriarch are at the peak of the Godlord cultivation. As for the Purgatory Lion Patriarch, he has reached the realm of the God Emperor. The masters of the 3 immortal forces gathered in the Yueliuli family today. Its purpose is to eliminate future troubles and kill Yi Tian, the son of the God Emperor who has just been full moon. For this operation, they have prepared for too long and paid too much. It is estimated that the pillars of the family will fall in this operation and pay a heavy price, and the family's foundation will even be weakened. Among the rankings of many immortal forces, it will plummet. They must succeed. Time is tight. Quickly find the son of the God Emperor and kill him. The patriarch of the Fire Demon clan shouted loudly. The other 2 immediately understood, released their spiritual consciousness, and tried to find the son of the God Emperor. Today's strong people above the divine realm have come out in full force, and perhaps most of them will stay here, but they are different. They have a backup, they can keep their lives safe. While cooperating with the remnant party in the Blood Sea restricted area, he got in touch with the people inside the Yueliuli family. Even if the 3 of them joined forces, together with their respective ancestors, they would not be able to kill the son of the God Emperor. At that time, this person from the inside will open the Yi family's protective array, allowing the most powerful people in the restricted area of the Blood Sea to enter. At that time, the world will collapse, everything will wither, and it is absolutely impossible for the son of the God Emperor to survive in the hands of the strong man in the forbidden zone of the Blood Sea. But if they couldn't kill the son of the God Emperor in time, but were held back by the powerful Yi family, then they and their ancestors would have no choice but to die. The urgency of time is indescribable, and there is not even a chance to breathe. Found it. Son of the God Emperor, take your life. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan has the strongest cultivation base, and was the first to detect the aura of the son of the God Emperor. Yi Tian felt weak all over, as if being targeted by an evil beast, but when he thought that he was still in his mother's arms, he felt relieved. Even if the way of heaven collapses, I, Yi Tianwei, have one mother, and I will kill you indiscriminately under the realm of the God Emperor. Realizing that Yi Tian was in Yueliuli's arms, the three of them hesitated for a moment, but it was only for a moment. Kill the son of the God Emperor. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan roared and roared. The other two galloped forward at the speed of the world, intending to kill Yi Tian. Yueliuli is the lord of Yaoqi and the mistress of the Yi family, but after all, she is also at the realm of a God Emperor, with one of their God Emperors and two peak gods. Can't they still deal with it? Oh, if you want to touch this holy master's child, you will kill yourself. Yueliuli scolded lightly. Her tone was cold, and when she raised her hand, a stream of light shot out, piercing through everything, and a powerful divine power seemed to flatten the world, and the rest of the elders of the Yi family also came one after another, and fought with the top powerhouses of the three immortal forces. And in a corner, there are towering ancient trees, huge leaves covering a figure, entangled in black air, and holding a talisman in his hand, which is the military talisman that prevented many guests from coming to support. This person was wearing a black robe, which was the costume of the Xuanhuan family. His face was long and narrow, his cheeks were narrow, the corners of his mouth drooped, his nose was pointed, and he had a tuft of beard. Humph, Yi Junlin, you made me lose my son. Then I will also set up a bureau, and I will never let you, the only heir, live in the world. That if a member of the Yi family was here, he would be able to recognize him at a glance. This person is the master of Xuanhuan family's 10,000 treasures pavilion. He has a high position and authority, and his real power is even higher than that of some elders of the main line. The Xuanhuan family has a thriving population and powerful forces, with one main vein and several branch veins. Under the main hall of the family, there are Law Enforcement Hall, Discipline Hall, Artifact Refining Hall, Sutra Pavilion, Alchemy Hall, Wanbao Pavilion, Task Pavilion, Intelligence Pavilion, and Family Treasure House. Every entrance or pavilion has a pavilion master and subordinate elders. The name of this strong man from the Yi family, named Yi Jiankai, is the master of Wanbao Pavilion. In other words, the three major immortal forces and the remnants of the Blood Sea Forbidden Zone are the internal response to the surprise attack on the Xuanhuan family this time. At this moment, he was looking into the distance, looking at the three powerful immortal forces coming out of the teleportation array, as well as the upcoming Blood Sea remnants. Not only did he not show the slightest worry, but he was extremely happy. Yi Junlin, when you made up your mind to kill my son, you should have thought of today. Yi Jiankai said coldly, full of hatred for Yi Junlin and the Xuanhuan family. Back then, his son robbed saintesses from other holy places outside, and finally killed them brutally. Also relying on the name of the Xuanhuan family, he did evil things and committed many mistakes that angered people. After the incident was exposed, he relied on his own ability to deal with the Law Enforcement Hall and the Discipline Hall. He thought he could hide his son from the world and successfully save his son. It never occurred to me that Yi Junlin found out and ordered the beheading without the slightest hesitation. In this way, he lost his only son. After that, he secretly made up his mind to let Yi Junlin feel the pain of losing his son. That's why they reached an agreement with the three immortal forces, including the Fire Demon clan, as well as the remnants of the Blood Sea Forbidden Zone, as their internal support. Just now, in order to prevent many guests from coming to the banquet, he went to support him, and used the military-defining talisman that he had secretly refined for many years, successfully isolating one space. It's not too late, the Blood Sea remnants should be coming soon. The Yi family's guardian formation has been in disrepair for a long time, so it's normal for accidents to happen. Jia. Chapter 34. The ancestors of the three clans are overwhelmed, the inner ghost emerges, and the restri. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Accompanied by a shrill scream, the sky seemed to be stained with blood. The rain of blood spilled and filled the world, and the gods spilled blood. which was extremely terrifying. Many members of the Yi family looked up at the sky. The patriarch of the fire demon clan, like a kite with a broken thread, fell straight down, smashing a deep hole in the ground, like a meteor destroying it, and above the sky, Yueliuli held Yi Tian in her arms, her phoenix eyes flickered, and her fighting spirit was overwhelming. With a swipe of the hand, the tyrannical pike was played, the radiance was brilliant, and the runes flowed. Under the light, the patriarchs of the Bone Demon clan and the Purgatory Lion clan were overwhelmed, as if they were carrying an ancient mountain on their backs. Their spines were bent. Is this the power of the Emperor? No. It's just that Yueliuli is strong, and it doesn't mean that all god emperors are strong. Facing the masters of the three immortal forces who are attacking and killing Yi Tian, not only can they easily deal with them, but they can also suppress them with a raised hand. It seems, the holy master of Yao Qi is not far from that indescribable realm. The many elders of immortal forces who were watching were sighing. The location of the holy land of Yao Qi, the saint of Yao Qi, Yaoshi, looks like a hero among the girls, raising her hands to suppress the emperor and gods, and Yueliuli, who has the most elegant demeanor, yearns for her. She made up her mind that sooner or later, she would catch up with Xuanhuan. With the holy physique of Taiyin in her body, the cold poison in her body has been eliminated, and she has made great strides on the road of practice, and now she has opened up the 9 great divine palaces. Yaoshi has full confidence. The mistress has already achieved this level. We must hurry up. Sweep all the troops with the power of thunder, and kill all the enemies who came to offend the Yi family. Many branch elders, hall masters, and hall masters of the Yi family also came here one after another, hunted and killed the strong men from the 3 immortal forces including the Fire Demon clan and the Bone Demon clan. It is undeniable that the 3 immortal forces have jointly dispatched, and the powerhouses above the divine realm have come out in full force. No matter what kind of immortal power it is, it will definitely not be able to resist it, and it will be destroyed by life and death. However, what they are facing is the Yi family, a taboo that cannot be spoken in any era. The elders of the main line only dispatched the 6th elder and the 5th elder. The rest of the elders didn't even think it was necessary to take action against such a group of bastards. Seeing this scene, Yi Tian, who was still in Yueliuli's arms, felt full of security, and smiled inwardly. With my mother here, even the god emperor can't touch me. Yi Tian was hugged quietly like this, thinking in his heart, I was born 1 month ago, and my mother and I can kill the gods, emperors, and gods. I'm in charge of quacking, and my mother is in charge of random killing. System. You kid is still a little self-aware. On the moon glass above the sky, a divine ring emerged from behind, intertwined with divine matter, and the power of law emerged in a flash, which was extremely terrifying, as if it was destroying the world. Die. The jade hand stretched out, the space shattered, and the light of chaos swept out, like Mount Tai pressing down on the top. Above the void sky, a big hand suppressed it. Just this aura is enough to destroy a world and shatter the small universe. If this blow falls, it will be enough to kill all the masters of the 3 immortal forces here and go to die. No. Patriarch, save me. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan roared, an incomparably shrill roar, and the sound waves vibrated the sky. He never thought that he would be the most powerful person in the realm of the emperor. Even Yueliuli, the sage master of Yao Qi, couldn't take a single move. Could it be? Has she already touched that threshold? If this is the case, in the near future, the 2 emperors of the Yi family will coexist. No matter what, this must not be allowed to happen. Little girl, you have to forgive others and forgive others. Junior, don't do it. Several voices came, and incomparably powerful energy swept out from the teleportation array, as if the sky was about to collapse, and a terrifying scene of annihilation appeared. The meteor fell, the stars dimmed, and the monstrous magic light shone all over the world, and the magic energy was fierce. 5 figures of human beings crisscrossed the sky and the earth. They are the ancestors of the Fire Demon clan, the Ancient Demon clan, and the Purgatory Lion clan. With the help of the teleportation array, I came here just now, unexpectedly. It was still a step slower, but even more surprising. It was the alliance of the patriarchs of the 3 immortal forces, but they failed to move Yi Tian at all. So far, she is still unscathed, lying safely in Yueliuli's arms. her eyes blinking. The situation was urgent, and several people didn't even have time to think about it. The Yueliuli family is worthy of being the number one family in the heavens, with an incomparably profound heritage, the elders of some branches and the elders and hall masters of various halls and halls. The strength is placed among the external immortal forces, and they are all extremely top existences. The 5 elders and 6th elders of the main line can even be compared to the masters of ordinary immortal forces. However, the most urgent task is to save the patriarchs of the 3 immortal forces first. The 5 ancestors shot at the same time, shaking the universe. The void collapsed and shrank into a black hole. Powerful laws are intertwined and suppressed, and it seems that the world can't bear this overbearing energy. However, Yueliuli is too powerful, as if she is not in the realm of a god emperor. There was even an extremely indifferent emperor's brilliance shrouded in every gesture. The 5 patriarchs are all supreme beings in the realm of god emperors, with great reputations, protecting their respective forces. Now that the 5 of them joined forces, they couldn't hold on. Yueliuli pointed lightly, and the giant palm like a mountain of God suppressed it again, causing ripples in the void. Ah! No way! The Lord of Yaoqi is just a junior, yet he can reach such a level. Besides the body of the Holy Lord of Yaoqi, there is already a th thickness of a hair of the Emperor's glory. She herself, although she has not completely surpassed the Emperor, is still trying to break through the shackles. That the ancestors were sweating profusely, feeling the tremendous pressure and feeling terrified in their hearts, but in the face of overwhelming might and power, they can only hold on, let alone how to assassinate the son of the god emperor. But at this moment, an ancestor of the fire demon clan roared loudly, shaking the void, trying to get out of danger. If you don't make a move at this time, when will you wait? Don't forget the agreement we made. Yi Jiankai, the owner of Wanbao Pavilion, who was far away in the corner of the dense forest, sneered when he heard this sound. Fight, fight, fight and lose both. However, Yueliuli has reached such a level. It's time to close the family defense formation, and prevent the remnants of the Bloody Sea restricted area from entering. Otherwise, just relying on these rotten fish and rotten shrimps, it is estimated that they will be cleaned up soon. Yi Jiankai sneered, thinking that these 3 immortal forces could cause a lot of turmoil to the Yueliuli family, but he didn't expect that they were just a group of rats. Fortunately, with the help of the remnants of the Blood Sea Forbidden Zone, such a plan can be foolproof. Yi Jiankai took a step forward, so close to the world, and across the world. It didn't take long to reach the eye of the formation of the Yi family's guardian formation. The runes are intertwined, exuding an ancient and sacred atmosphere, surrounded by purple air, mysterious and yellow. The boundary here is secret and ancient, and the ordinary elders don't know it at all. Only the core members of the family can know, and he happens to be one of the masters of the Wanbao Pavilion. Slowly reached out his hand, and extinguished the fire in the eye of the array. At the same time, the clan protection formation covering the entire Yueliuli family was temporarily closed and lost its luster. The barrier between the Yueliuli family and the outside world was completely opened. The air was originally full of murderous aura, and the rune restriction permeated the air, full of murderous intent. Now, all dissipated. Jie jie jie. Taoists, the door of the Yueliuli family is wide open. Kill. I didn't expect that old guy to keep his promise and open the clan protection formation for us. Revenge for the destroyed Blood Sea restricted area. Behead the son of the god emperor, and slaughter the eternal Yi family. Chapter 35 Yueliuli Kamui, for elders of the Yi family, all suppressed. You are listening at novelfull.audio. At the moment when the great formation of the Yueliuli family's guardians disappeared, the remnants of the Blood Sea restricted area who had been waiting outside the Yi family's mountain gate long ago could no longer hold back. Like a meteor shower, the speed is extremely fast, hard to see with the naked eye, rushing into the Yueliuli family. The restricted area of the Sea of Blood was once one of the 9 restricted areas of life. Even if many immortal forces join forces to besiege, they will not be damaged at all, and they will all be killed. But, one wrong step, in order to avenge the Yi family's suppression, they even sent a god-level superpower to assassinate Yi Tian when he was born. It's a pity. The systematic invincible defense mode, while suffering fatal damage, returns it back. Can God Emperor Yi Junlin watch his only heir being plotted against? Straight across the universe, rush to the edge of the eternal immortal realm, which is the restricted area of the Sea of Blood, kill the Emperor of Darkness and countless strong men in the restricted area of the Blood Sea, and push them across. However, the restricted area in the Blood Sea is really too big. When Yi Junlin fought fiercely with the top experts in the restricted area in the Blood Sea, he knew that he was no match, so he escaped and waited for an opportunity to take revenge. Now that he finally had the opportunity, he absolutely wanted to kill the son of the God Emperor to vent his hatred. Yueliuli felt at the moment the remnants of the Blood Sea forbidden area invaded Wan Guye's house. Dare to be bold. Dare to play tricks on my Yi family. I'm impatient, that the elder with a branch roared, obviously extremely angry, for Yi Tian's full moon banquet. In order to entertain the guests, the Yi family specially removed many peerless killing arrays from the main hall. Leave only the last layer as a precaution. Unexpectedly, it was secretly lifted by someone. You know, even if there is only one layer of barriers, it is comparable to the clan protection array of the immortal Holy Land. As long as this array is still there, within the universe, no strong person can transfer in. Now that the big formation has disappeared, the remaining masters of the remnant party in the Blood Sea restricted area can also travel across time and space and descend here. If the God Emperor is not around, it will inevitably be another big battle. The power of the Forbidden Zone of Life is different from the power of immortality. The Forbidden Zone of Life is invincible through the ages. It is so powerful that it can destroy the world and reverse the order, unless it is the only God Emperor in the world like Yi Junlin. Otherwise, it will last forever. Even if the restricted area is destroyed, the old immortals who have escaped are enough to destroy several immortal forces. Any transcendent force in its prime would not dare to be careless and underestimate the enemy in the face of such a scene. However, here is the Wan Guyi family. The sword is not sharp and the horse is too thin. The old man's sword hasn't drunk the blood of dark creatures for a long time. The sixth elder, Yi Zhanyao, looked at the dark creatures pouring into the Wan Guyi family continuously, and his murderous intentions were everywhere. Life-restricted area, immortal forces. It's all about being defeated. How dare you provoke my Wan Guyi family? Court death. When the old man followed the God Emperor to fight east and west, you were like that lost dog. The God Emperor doesn't bother to clean you up, he doesn't care about kindness, but he dares to come here and bark. That he didn't think about who opened the clan protection formation, but just clenched his long sword tightly, and the cold anger turned into substance. Then a sword slashed towards the sky, cutting through the blue sky, and tens of thousands of dark creatures under the divine realm were slashed by the sword. Yueliuli, with slender hands, pressed down horizontally, with a monstrous aura, extremely terrifying. The ancestors of the three immortal forces have never felt so difficult, and they can't even breathe. The patriarchs of the three immortal forces are about to step forward to help the patriarch deal with Yueliuli. Bastard! Come and fight your fourth grandpa. That there was a roar that shook the sky, a lump of flesh, no, a godly and strong man with a round body and a body that could barely see his eyes appeared. This person is the fourth elder of the main line of the Yi family, named Yizhen. He is extremely domineering between opening and closing. He holds a sledgehammer and can smash an ancient life star with a light blow. After feeling the invasion of creatures from the Forbidden Zone, he didn't watch the show in the dark either. Instead, he stood up and easily crushed tens of thousands of opponents with the sledgehammer in his hand. Now, 1 against 3. One of them is even the first level of the God Emperor. Although he has just entered the God Emperor, he is also a genuine powerhouse. But the three of them were suppressed by Yueliuli before, and they were seriously injured, enough to deal with them. The four immediately fought fiercely together, but as expected, after the three masters of the immortal forces were seriously injured, even if they joined forces, they would not be the opponent of the fourth elder of the Yi family at all. The sledgehammer in Yizhen's hand opened wide and closed, fierce and domineering, and nothing could resist it at all. Wrapped in an extremely powerful might, with one blow of the hammer, the magic soldiers of all the demons wailed and shattered. This murderous blade that drank the blood of all living beings and has a reputation that is regrettable in ancient and modern times is not the enemy of Elder Yizhen with one blow. The patriarch of the fire demon clan and the patriarch of the bone demon clan, under this hammer, their bodies were shattered, their souls were annihilated, and there was no chance of reincarnation. Yueliuli looked at all this, her eyes were filled with cold light, the void was shattered, and the creatures in the infinite restricted area were beheaded again. Yi Tian was extremely safe in Yueliuli's arms, watching happily his mother and elders slaughtered everywhere. What 3A masterpiece, what 5D experience, weak burst. Okay. How can there be excitement now? Look at this bloody, hammer a child. On the surface, Grandpa Zhan Yao is just an old man, but he didn't expect his swordsmanship to be so handsome. Of course, he is not as handsome as my mother. But, Yi Tian turned his big watery eyes, and his little brain started to move. The guardian array is gone. How powerful are these bums? It doesn't look like it. That group of people seem to have said something before. Could it be that there is really an inner ghost? This inner ghost is so powerful that it can even close the big formation of my Yi family. Yi Tian was lost in thought. Since he was born, this was the first time he had thought about something so seriously, and the more he thought about it, the more outrageous he felt. Those who can directly touch the clan protection formation, at least they must be the core members of the Yi family. Wow, people, no, there are bad people in Ye's family. Wanting to understand this matter, Yi Tian wrapped his little quilt tightly. Dad, old lady, grandpas. It's up to you. I'm just a weak and innocent baby. Yi Tian changed into a more comfortable position in Yueliuli's arms, admiring his mother's heroic appearance, continued to show off. By the way, the system, give me some strength. Didn't I have some absolute defense on the day I was born? Can it still be used? The system truthfully replied, products produced by the system must be high-quality products. Once turned on, it will be used for a lifetime, unless it is a special mode. Yi Tian was relieved immediately. Feel free to toss about, anyway, there is nothing he can do about it. Quickly kill the son of the God Emperor, we don't have much time left. Among the remnants of the Sea of Blood, there was a creature with 6 wings on its back and a fierce and devilish energy all over its body roaring. Seeing the murderous intent of the baby in Yueliuli's arms boiling, with blood-red eyes like bats, it made people feel cold all over and trembled uncontrollably. This person is the only God Emperor realm powerhouse left in the Blood Sea restricted area, named Bloodwing God Emperor. This time, the cooperation with the 3 immortal forces and the ghost of the Yi family was manipulated by him. Yi Junlin is the God Emperor of the world, and he can't take revenge for destroying their bloody restricted area. Then he will take his son under the knife. It is only right and proper for the father to pay the debt of the son. However, Yueliuli slapped forward with one hand, blocking any offensive. The space was imprisoned, and the Bloodwing Emperor could not take another half step forward. I'm not reconciled. The Bloodwing Emperor still wants to resist desperately. This is not the plot he imagined. It should be that he united the 5 ancestors of the 3 immortal forces. Even if Yueliuli couldn't do anything about it, he could still kill Yi Tian in his arms. Why? The same as the Emperor, but he can't even get close. But Yueliuli didn't give him the slightest chance to react. With a flick of his fingers, a ray of divine light pierced directly between the eyebrows, killing the spirit villain. The eyes of the Bloodwing God Emperor lost their brilliance and fell down. Seeing the leader of the remnant party in the Blood Sea restricted area, the Bloodwing Emperor has fallen. The patriarchs of the Fire Demon clan and the Bone Demon clan were also smashed to bloody flesh by Yi Zhen, the 4th elder of the Yi family. With a pair of sledgehammers, the battlefield instantly showed a one-sided situation. The Wangu Yi family is too strong, so strong that it makes people despair. In just half a stick of incense, the powerhouses above the god realm of the 3 immortal forces were almost wiped out. Even the remnants of the Blood Sea Forbidden Zone who invaded were killed in 7s and 80s. Chapter 36 Teleportation into the dungeon, being kept in the dark, knowing everything in secret. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Seeing that the situation is not good, the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan shouted that the ancestors of the 3 immortal forces who came here should retreat with him. They still have a backup. The informant inside the Yi family has already designed a teleportation array for them. Even if the plan failed and the lives were bleeding, they were still able to escape unscathed. Yi Tian in Yueliuli's arms was a little anxious. Now is the perfect time to wipe them out in one fell swoop. Why did it take so long to see others do it? Even his own mother is extremely indifferent. Should she be allowed to leave? The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan looked miserable, but he had a lucky smile. Although the plan failed and the assassination ended, it was not successful, but it was an unexpected joy to be able to escape unscathed, with the technique of divine movement. Several people came to a teleportation array in a dense forest. The teleportation array seemed to be waiting for them. Especially, the white light pierced the sky, extremely dazzling. Ha ha ha, Xuanhuan family, we will meet again in the future. I escaped from the mission today, and I will definitely make a comeback in the future. As for the 5 ancestors, they were also disgraced and extremely resentful. The 5 patriarchs of the God Emperor realm couldn't even catch Yueliuli's palm. If this matter gets out, won't it make the world laugh out loud? But being able to walk today is a great gospel, and I no longer expect anything extravagantly. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan stepped into the teleportation formation with a maniacal laugh, and was about to return to his family residence. A white light flashed past, the sky spun, the sun and the moon flew upside down, and the universe was turned upside down. Accompanied by a space change, the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan opened his eyes, as if he was about to breathe the long-lost air. However, the imaginary scene of clear water, blue sky and fairy mist did not appear. The surrounding area is filled with endless dead silence, as if it is used to imprison infinite demons. The air was filled with the stench of rotting corpses and the sound of fire forging. Occasionally, a deeper level can be heard, and the roar of gods and demons can be heard, as if to vent their unwillingness. No no no. Where is this? He had never been so frightened in his entire life as a soldier. This place is really too weird, and the 5 ancestors who followed him before were also seen by him, and they were actually in the prison not far from the surrounding area. How clever the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion is, he can deduce it immediately based on the surrounding environment. This place is very likely to be the sky prison of the Xuanhuan family. What is the situation? Yi Jiankai clearly promised that the teleportation array would be able to send them back to their own forces after their affairs were revealed. Why would they be sent to the Yi family prison? Could it be that old dog lied to him? But before he could react, the jade around his waist lit up. This is the sound transmission stone that he specially uses to communicate with his family, and he has specially instructed not to use it unless it is an extremely urgent crisis. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion put it gently next to his ear, and heard a howling sound. Patriarch, patriarch, Yi family God Emperor, come to destroy our 3 immortal forces, uproot them, and remove us from the eternal immortal realm. What? Hearing this, he roared anxiously, what? Why did God Emperor Yi Junlin appear? That the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan clenched his teeth, his tears blurred, and he roared to the sky. He hates it. I don't know how much I paid for this plan, but in the end all of them were burnt down, and the family was ruined because of this. As for the Xuanhuan family, there were almost 0 casualties. He is the sinner of the entire Purgatory Lion clan. After several other ancestors got the news from their own family, at the beginning, he was very angry and extremely irritable, and wanted to use all he had learned all his life to break open the gate of the prison. However, even their cultivation bases disappeared, as if imprisoned by some mysterious force. After a while, the faces of several people were ashen, like dogs with broken spines, lying in the dungeon, as if they had accepted the arrangement of fate. TSK TSK TSK, it's so pitiful. If I knew this earlier, why bother in the first place? A pleasant sound like a silver bell sounded, but it fell on the ears of the few of them. It was harsher than a sharp blade, and it was frightening. Yueliuli was wearing a red robe, like a cold empress, with contemptuous eyes, looking at several people. Yi Tian in his arms was babbling with the bottle in his arms, and his big watery eyes were also very curious, flickering. Ha ha ha, I understand, all of this is your Xuanhuan family's scheme. The reason why the God Emperor Yi Junlin didn't show up at the full moon banquet is because he went to wipe out our family residence alone, and wanted to remove us from the eternal immortal realm. As for us, even if we join forces with the restricted area and come out in full force, we are still just bigger ants in front of the Xuanhuan family, and we will be liquidated in a short time. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan reacted, but it was too late, which only added to the sadness. The other 5 ancestors also closed their eyes, never feeling so desperate. The family inheritance was completely broken. They have never expected that the few ancestors of the God Emperor who stayed behind in their family can resist the God Emperor Yi Junlin, which is simply unrealistic. Yueliuli nodded slightly, affirming their words. What they said was correct, and Yi Junlin was already on his way back. The destruction of the 3 immortal forces is nothing more than just raising a hand for Yi Junlin. I hate it. I really believe in that old dog Yi Jiankai. Now that I have come to this point, I would naively believe that he can cooperate with me. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan shed tears of remorse, and had already cut Yi Jiankai to pieces in his heart, but what he didn't know was Yi Jiankai was just a tool man. He thought he could cross the sea without knowing the truth, and cooperate with the 3 immortal forces and the Blood Sea Forbidden Area, so as to eradicate the son of the God Emperor, and let Yi Junlin also experience the pain of losing his son, but he didn't expect that his every move was under the control of Yi Junlin and Yueliuli, including the previous teleportation array, and the later closure of the family protection array. They are all in Yueliuli's eyes. Yueliuli's eyes turned cold, and she grabbed at the void. Yi Jiankai, the formerly brilliant master of the Wanbao Pavilion of the Yi family, was pinched by the throat of fate and had no strength to resist at all. Yueliuli thought her hands were dirty, so she dropped them suddenly. Yi Jiankai's big teeth were thrown flying, and Yi Tian, who was in Yueliuli's arms, felt incredible when he saw the scene in front of him. Only then did I figure out that among the core figures in the Wangi family, someone wanted his own life, but I didn't expect. My parents already knew it like the back of my hand, so I let him play under my nose. If Tongzi is broken, I still won't be able to use you. Yi Tian felt relieved and made a joke with the system. Sigh, the self-motivation that was finally ignited was extinguished by this invincible background. System, jokes are jokes. If I hadn't just discovered the conspiracy of the Blood Sea remnants, the patriarchs of the 3 clans, and Yi Jiankai, I would have reminded my parents and made arrangements in advance. In the face of sudden changes, even if you are not in any danger, but these people may really be able to escape successfully, in that case, the Yi family would lose face. After the system heard what Yi Tian said, it was extremely excited. It seems, the host still needs him very much, and he planned to use it at first, but this time it still didn't work, and the system became more and more determined. Next time, the host must use me. Chapter 37 The Counterattack. Before dying, the God Emperor won Sword Owl Head. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yi Jiankai, as the owner of Wangi family's 10,000 Treasures Pavilion, you have a high position and authority, and you are one of the core figures of the Yi family. How dare you join forces with outsiders to do such a thing? Yueliuli's eyes were ice cold, piercingly cold, like falling into the 9 nether hell, extremely terrifying. At this moment, her red lips were slightly parted, but the words she uttered were so cold, like a bone-scraping steel knife. Under the gaze of such eyes, Yi Jiankai trembled all over. His lips were dark purple, and his pupils shrank into needles, as if he was facing the judgment of God. But he didn't run away, because it was useless to run away, even though he is the supreme powerhouse at the peak of the God Venerable. In Yueliuli's eyes, he is not even comparable to an ant. Yueliuli could kill him 10 times with just raising her hand. Mistress, I was wronged, I was framed. My lord, there must be someone deliberately framing me and coveting my position as the master of the Wanbao Pavilion, so as to kill someone with a knife. Yi Jiankai was so pitiful, with tears streaming from the corners of his eyes, trembling all over, kowtowed one after another. His voice was like thunder, and his forehead was blood red. Mistress, I, Yi Jiankai, don't regret my death, but I only hate. I don't know what treacherous villain framed me. It's really shameless to frame me like this for the position of the master of Wanbao Pavilion. I, Yi Jiankai, was born between heaven and earth. I am worthy of heaven and earth above, and worthy of my conscience below. I will never do such a careless thing. Yi Jiankai fell to his knees on the ground, but his face was extremely firm, with occasional tears falling down his face. like a loyal minister who was going to do justice generously. And Yi Tian, who was in Yueliuli's arms, couldn't stand it anymore. He secretly smiled in his heart. If this guy was placed in the previous life, he would definitely have his place in the Oscar winner. In the case of conclusive evidence, which is almost solid, this person still wants to hide the truth and make sophistry, even put on an appearance of being generous to die and wholeheartedly for the Wangyi family. It's really disgusting, and the dog system may feel ashamed in front of it. System, getting shot while lying down. Seeing this situation, the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan's eyes widened, and his jaw seemed to be on the ground in shock. At the beginning, the three immortal forces only had the idea of killing the son of the God Emperor. Concrete actions have not been worked out because of the difficulties. Just entering Wanguye's house is like a moat, which makes people daunting, but at this moment, Yi Jiankai appeared and contacted their three immortal forces. Then, through some unknown means, they cooperated with the remnants of the Blood Sea restricted area. Yi Jiankai provided all the teleportation arrays that came to Wanguye's house, now wiping away tears and pretending to be a loyal minister. I just want to get rid of my crimes. Even he, the head of the rebellious clan, couldn't stand it anymore. How could there be such a brazen person in the world? If it were placed in his clan of Purgatory Lions, he would wish to burn his 3 souls, devour his 7 souls, and never reincarnate. But now, they are all grasshoppers on the same rope. The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan rolled his eyes, as if he had an excellent idea. Now the ruler of the remnant party in the Blood Sea restricted area, the Bloodwing God Emperor, has died, and no one knows the plan. Isn't that what they say? Holy Master of Yaoqi, I have no choice but to listen to the villain's slander. Otherwise, even if we borrow 10 more guts from us, we won't dare to act like this. Being an enemy of the Wangyi family, what's the difference in courting death? The patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan also knelt down, crying and snot coming out, weeping and howling loudly, as if he had been wronged by the sky. However, deep in his eyes, there was a flash of resentment. Today's humiliation will be returned 10,000 times in the future. Yueliuli was about to laugh angrily at the scene before her. Oh, it's really ridiculous. Do you really think this holy master doesn't know? In order to avenge my husband, you, Yi Jiankai, once ordered the killing of your son. You secretly conspired with the 3 immortal forces and the remnants of the Blood Sea restricted area, and wanted to kill my son to vent your hatred. The teleportation formations in the several sacred mountains of the Wangyi family were all built by you and people from the 3 immortal forces. Up to now, the bearded old thief, the handsome man, is still trying to quibble. This holy master has never seen such a brazen person. That Yueliuli gritted her silver teeth lightly, and had a new understanding of Yi Jiansai's shamelessness. Earlier, Yi Junlin and her discovered that Yi Jiankai, the owner of Wanbao Pavilion, kept making small moves. Within Wanguye's family, he was extremely dishonest and even did a lot of things that harmed the interests of the family. But Yi Junlin thought to himself, Yi Jiankai had lost his son in old age, so he still chose to forgive his crime. Never expected that this person has no medicine to save to such an extent. Not only is not grateful to Dade, but deliberately murdered the son of the God Emperor. Unite the 3 immortal forces, fearing that the plan will fail, and even colluding with the Sea of Blood to enter the remnant party, in order to lure wolves into the house. They even shut down the clan protection formation of the Wangui family. Such a vicious wolf will never be spared. Seeing that Yueliuli had no intention of forgiving, Yi Jiankai wanted to kill him on the spot, so he kowtowed and begged for mercy one after another. But when everyone was not paying attention, Yi Jiankai jumped up suddenly. Since he was sure to die today, he might as well fight to the death. Even if he dies, he must bring Yi Junlin's son with him. The distance is so close, not to mention that Yi Jian is the cultivation base of the peak of the gods. Destroying a broken universe is not a problem, let alone beheading a baby in a very short moment. Yueliuli was going to stop it, but even so, it would still be affected by the aftermath, with Yi Tian's baby body now. I'm afraid it's more ominous than good, but Yi Tian in Yueliuli's arms was not afraid at all. With a sneer on the corner of his mouth, I thought to myself, the dog system is still useful. Fortunately, there is an invincible defense mode, so there is no fear at all. But just when Yi Tian thought that the invincible defense mode was going to be turned on to the extreme, in the dark dungeon, a light flashed, the ultimate sword light Xiao Yao this world, with lightning speed, piercing through the void. Yi Jiansai's head rolled on the ground as the blood spilled, and those pupils were still full of horror, as if they never expected that they would be decapitated by a sword. Seeing that he was about to succeed, an accident happened suddenly. Yueliuli seemed to have noticed something, and said softly to the void, "Husband, are you back?" Yi Tian's eyes were flickering, and the golden light was flowing. Obviously he didn't expect it. His god emperor father unexpectedly came back, and he was saved at a critical moment, although it doesn't make the same difference. Humph! Accompanied by a cold snort, the void distorted, and the mighty and overbearing energy seemed to sweep across the wilderness, distorting the space. Yi Jiansai's body was directly shattered into nothingness and ceased to exist. Beside Yueliuli, Yi Junlin was dressed in white, floating like a fairy. When he looked at the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan and the 5 ancestors, his eyes were extremely cold. With a light swipe of the index finger towards the front, the space collapsed into a black hole, and the 5 ancestors of the immortal forces, together with the patriarch of the Purgatory Lion clan, were wiped out without even making a scream. 6 strong men in the realm of the God Emperor were killed in this way. Seeing his father's bravery, Yi Tian couldn't help admiring in his heart. The God Emperor seems to have reached another level of life. The 3 immortal forces including the Fire Demon clan have been suppressed by this emperor. If you dare to do anything to the emperor's son, you must be prepared to be wiped out. Yi Junlin said domineeringly, his eyes sharp as a knife, but when he looked at Yueliuli and Yi Tian in his arms, the corners of his lips curled up, revealing a satisfied smile. As long as I'm here, I won't let Tianer and you suffer any harm. Yi Junlin gently touched Yueliuli's head. Let's go, things are over here, and Tianer is about to grow up. It's time to arrange some funeral affairs. Chapter 38 High-Profile Robbery, Barren Ancient Dragon Eggs, Dare Not Speak Out. You are listening at novelfull.audio. A stream of light flickered above the sky, but in an instant, it crossed layers of space and landed on the main hall of the Wangi family. The light dissipated, Yi Junlin embraced Yi Tian, and Yueliuli followed closely beside him. He was dressed in a red phoenix robe, highlighting his proud figure, and his eyes were as proud as a phoenix. A family of 3, all are dragons and phoenixes among human beings, the supreme existence. Today's full moon banquet was a complete success. Not only did Wan Chao come to congratulate him, he was respected and worshipped by countless immortal forces, and he also wiped out the 3 major immortal forces and the remnants of the Blood Sea restricted area, creating momentum for Yi Tian. From then on, the heavens and worlds, if there is any force that wants to take Yi Tian's idea, it's up to him to see if he, the God Emperor of the present world, agrees with the Lord of Yaoqi. Otherwise he will suffer the disaster of annihilation, with no bones left and no reincarnation forever. Congratulations, Lord God Emperor, for defeating the 3 major rebellious forces. Let the power of the Yi family of the ages come back to this world. Yeah, the Yi family has been dormant for too long. Some people thought we were easy to deceive. Now that it has reappeared in the world, no matter it is the restricted area of life or the rebellious forces, it can be pacified. Above the main hall of the family, many elders of the main line respectfully clasped their fists and saluted, congratulating with words, and gave great affirmation to what Yi Junlin had done. They are the eternal Yi family, and they are so powerful that no one can beat them. But in recent times, Yi Junlin alone ruled the ages and suppressed the world. The celestial demons and the quiet zone of life outside the territory are as quiet as a cicada, like rats and ants, they dare not move out. Gradually, the world became indifferent to the reverence for the Wangi family. However, the battle of the full moon banquet, the son of the God Emperor, made the world see the horror of the Wangi family again. Under the premise of almost no sacrifice, the Blood Sea Forbidden Area, one of the 9 life forbidden areas, was completely destroyed. The souls of the 3 major rebellious forces including the Fire Demon clan were returned to the Lus, and the ancestral temple was completely destroyed, disappearing in the long river of history since then. My son Yi Tian has the qualifications of a God Emperor. In the future, he is destined to be the 2nd God Emperor of my eternal Yi family. If you dare to think about my son Yi Junlin, you are destined to fall into a place of eternal doom. Yi Junlin's eyes were sharp, and Ruiguang flashed, extremely hot, like two suns, but when he looked at Yi Tian in his arms, he had a gentle look on his face, and he loved him very much. The full moon banquet is over, and my son Yi Tian will grow up slowly. In this case, how can there be no means of transportation? Didn't the first elder Yi Wanjun and the second elder Yi Wanjie go to the ancestral dragon's nest some time ago to ask for the ancient dragon egg? Yi Junlin then looked dotingly at Yi Tian in his arms, and said softly, "My child, Huang Gulongzi, should be qualified to be your mount. I will show you for my father." When Yi Junlin finished speaking, he waved his hand lightly, and a light curtain appeared above the hall, the light flickered, and above the light curtain, the light flowed, and a scene was displayed, surrounded by immortal energy, dense mist, and shining brilliance. Infinite ancient beasts roamed among the mountains and fields. This place is exactly the Tianxian Dao domain, the Shenlong state. The dominant force here is also the ancestral dragon nest. What can be seen is all kinds of ferocious beasts competing for territory and resources. The human race, in this state, has only a very small number of habitats. The first elder and second elder also appeared in Shenlong state immediately. Such a ferocious place deserves to be called the Shenlong state. It's a waste of name. That's right. Is the ancestral dragon's nest really in decline? That the first elder Yi Wanjun and the second elder Yi Wanjie were wearing black robes, their black hair fluttering, and their blood was surging, and in the void outside of Shenlong state, countless black-clothed figures emerged, with flickering eyes, looking towards the interior of Shenlong state. They are all spies of the major immortal forces, all over the major roads and thousands of states, seeing the two elders of the Yi family heading towards Shenlong state aggressively today. They were naturally very curious, come to find out the news. After all, the Wangi family, the number one family in the heavens, the first elder and the second elder of its main branch, are of high position and authority, with monstrous cultivation. Even the masters of the other immortal forces will treat them with respect when they see them, without daring to neglect them in the slightest. The two elders of the Yi family came to Shenlong state in person. Could it be that something big happened? These two elders of the Yi family were aggressive along the way. When the son of the god emperor was born, he didn't make any big moves. He thought his aptitude was mediocre and was hidden by the snow. When did you get the news? The full moon banquet is over. The three major rebel forces and the Blood Sea restricted area, the remnants of the party unite, and want to kill the son of the god emperor, but they are all wiped out. One of the spies said with eyes full of shock, telling the legend about Yi Tian, which immediately caused a commotion. What? The Wanguyi family actually made such a move? Could it be that with the birth of the son of the god emperor in this life, the Wanguyi family will also be born again? Is there something wrong? Many spies quickly passed the news back to the family sanctuary. The news about Yi Tian is too shocking, and even related to the future structure of eternal immortal territory. The Wanguyi family has a god emperor, Yi Junlin, who is already considered the strongest in the heavens. If it is his son, he can have his achievements and even surpass them. I dare not imagine. Then this eternal immortal territory, the heavens and myriad realms, might as well change their name to Yi. Everyone in the main hall of the Yi family, seeing this scene, have their Yi family's influence reached such a level? Whenever there is a disturbance, it will attract fear from all parties, and the legend about the young master spreads so quickly. How long has it been? The speed of transmission is simply astonishing. Yi Tian had a grey face and despaired in his heart. Hey, I'm just a mortal, I'm not a peerless genius, I don't make rumors, I don't spread rumors. System, your kid's fairy bone is still glowing in his body. Yi Tian doesn't want much, just be a waste. Why are the outside world spreading wild rumors that he is a peerless arrogance and has the talent of a god emperor? It's enough for his dad to be awesome. And in Shenlong state, outside the ancestral dragon nest, Yi Wanjun and Yi Wanjie stepped into the void. Their power was astonishing. Their bodies exuded an aura that overwhelmed the years, and their backs were surrounded by divine rings. Like two aloof gods, Yi Wanjun has a majestic figure, blood is surging, his eyes are fierce, and he looks like a murderous god. The same is true for Yi Wanjie. Although his face is ordinary, there are lightning flashes, his body is surrounded by lightning, and there is a scar under his right cheek, which is extremely fierce. Yuanjie stepped forward with a single step, and the sound waves swept out. The momentum was rolling, like a sea surge, and he shouted loudly, "Ancestral dragon nest, hand over the ancient dragon eggs that you have cultivated for several generations, and the peerless dragon son inside will come to be yours. The first mount of my young master Yi family." After the voice fell, the world fell into silence, and no one spoke. Then, a heated discussion broke out that shocked the world. "Damn, I heard that right. Doesn't the Xuanhui family need to cover up? Oh my god, isn't it too domineering? Come to snatch the ancient dragon eggs that others have cultivated for several ages, and even threaten to snatch them back and become your young master's mount. It's traveled thousands of miles just to snatch the dragon's eggs in such a legitimate way. Damn it, this is simply using Xuanhuan as the grandson of a turtle. How can Xuanhuan be wronged like this? Many spies, as well as strong men hiding in the void, are watching. In my heart, I was impatient, waiting to see a good show. After all, the ancestral dragon nest is also a branch of the primordial dragon clan. With the arrogance of the dragon clan, how could it submit so easily? What's more, when they ask you for the treasure of the ancestral dragon nest, it is the peerless dragon son that the ancestral dragon nest has worked so hard to raise for several generations. To snatch it away just to become the mount of the young master of his Yi family, it is simply too deceitful. However, the picture of tearing the face that everyone imagined did not appear. In the Zulong nest, there was an angry howl. Is the action of the Xuanhui family deceiving people too much? Yuanjie replied, "Do you want me to wait to do it? At that time, it will not be solved by an ancient dragon egg." The ancestral dragon's nest fell into silence again, but within 9 breaths, an egg flew out of the ancestral dragon's nest, engraved with runes, with a frightening aura, exuding the aura of ancient prehistoric times, like a dragon going out to sea, shaking the world. Yuanjie snorted coldly, "You guys still know each other. If you have the ability in the future, welcome to grab it back." Yuanjun smiled slightly, thinking of Yi Tian's cute appearance. He wished to go back immediately. Immediately, the two stepped into the space and wanted to return to the Yi family, and in the ancestral dragon's nest, there was the sound of dragon chant and roar, which resounded through the sky, extremely terrifying and extremely angry. But facing the Xuanhui family, they didn't have the confidence to resist. During Xinting's leisurely steps, he completely wiped out a restricted area of life and 3 immortal forces. If Xuanhuan doesn't follow suit, I'm afraid the fate will not be much better. Chapter 39. The elder was joking. The young master is a small color critic, a double-labeled Yue Liul. You are listening at novelfull.audio. In the main hall of the Xuanhui family, they saw what happened in the dragon's nest just now through the projection. The first elder and second elder are still as overbearing as ever. Especially the second elder, who is an evil god in his own right, and will strike at any disagreement. Even the ancestral dragon nest, the main branch of the primordial dragon clan, has to give in. Don't talk about chivalry and tenderness. Don't forget that the second elder couldn't put it down when the young master was born. If it wasn't for maintaining his image as a tough guy, he would have wished to kiss him on the spot. In the main hall of the family, several branch elders and the elders of Xuanhuan Pavilion, Alchemy Hall, and Qi Refining Hall joked with each other. Yuanjun and Yuanjie are the elders and second elders of the main line of the family, second only to the mistress of the family and the elders, etc., with high positions and weight, but it is different from other respected elders of immortal forces. Both of them are gods of murder and vicious gods, with great reputations and fierce fighting. Spirits, in the face of all dissatisfaction, they are directly suppressed, causing their blood to splatter on the spot. Everyone believed it completely. If the ancestral dragon nest refused to give the ancient dragon egg just now, the two of them would definitely make a big move and snatch it away, so they wouldn't care about other things, as long as he can make his young master happy, even if he destroys a few immortal forces. So what, with the help of the cross-state teleportation formation? The two quickly returned to the Xuanhui family, and rushed to the main palace of the family immediately. The moment the first elder and the second elder stepped into the main hall of the Yi family, the air became silent. The people who were joking earlier also stopped speaking, showing great respect to him. Why are you so restrained? Everyone cheer up. Seeing this, the second elder laughed loudly, but the sound was thunderous, like the roar of a wild beast. Hey, it's really a pity that I didn't come back before the young master's full moon banquet. Great Elder Yuanjun shook his head with a look of regret. I only regret that they didn't come back sooner and missed the young master's full moon banquet. Otherwise, let the two of them see those rebel forces and the remnants of the Blood Sea restricted area. The sky is dark, the sun and the moon are dark, and he must be killed absolutely. Dare to attack the young master, it's like an old birthday star hangs himself. I'm tired of living. It doesn't matter, the two elders have been running around like this, and even went deep into the ancestor dragon's lair, and borrowed an ancient dragon egg for him, and used it as a mount for Tiana. It's already hard work. Yi Junlin smiled lightly, flicked his little finger, and 2 cups of hot wine were delivered to the two elders. Come on behalf of Tiana, I, Yi Junlin, thank the two elders and offer a toast to the two elders. The first elder and second elder didn't dare to delay at all. They quickly picked up the hot wine and drank it down in one gulp. This wine has a mellow and clear aroma and an excellent taste. When you drink it, it will make you feel ecstatic. I will live up to the expectations of the patriarch. Successfully obtained the ancient dragon egg from the ancestor dragon's nest. Since I have missed the full moon banquet, let's take the ancient dragon egg as a gift for the full moon banquet. The great elder smiled heartily, and many elders also gathered over. Yi Junlin and Yueliuli looked at each other, and walked to Yuanjun with Yi Tian in his arms. Under the gaze of everyone, Yuanjun slowly took out the ancient dragon egg that he had just snatched from the ancestor dragon's nest. Runes are engraved on it, and the eggshell is as crystal clear as it is, exuding bursts of brilliance, colorful divine light, lingering outside, as if it is defending the monarch. And at the moment when the ancient dragon egg appeared, beside Yueliuli, Huang Ruoshi, Yi Tian's personal maid, had blood in her body humming, as if she felt an extremely terrifying existence. Huang Ruoshi's pupils trembled, and her heart was shocked. She has the true blood of the phoenix in her body, which is extremely pure. Through the eggshell, even before it was born, the true blood of the phoenix can be boiled. Could it be that the peerless dragon's son contained in this eggshell is so terrifying? Huang Ruoshi also looked forward to it in her heart, wanting to see and see. Hey, young master, this is the mount that this old man found for you with painstaking efforts. It's not too much to ask for a kiss. The second elder was iron-blooded and tender, and said to Yi Tian with a smile, and touched Yi Tian's chubby face. Tch, if you want to kiss, kiss me first. Don't forget that I am the head of the Yi family elders. The great elder Yuanjun was unwilling, and pushed Yi Wanjie aside, and came to Yi Tian. Seeing Zhongling Yuxiu, the extremely cute, fairy-like Yi Tian, I fell in love with him more and more. The other elders also wanted to come forward to tease Yi Tian, but they were surrounded by the first elder and the second elder, and there was no chance to come forward at all. Simply looking through the gap, I found that my young master has a spirit of fairy chaos, which is extremely cute. Yi Tian's big eyes flashed, extremely pure, and he was very grateful to the two elders in his heart for finding an ancient dragon egg for him, so that the future peerless dragon's son could serve as a mount for him. But looking at the old faces of the first elder and the second elder, I felt timid and really couldn't speak, but the two elders were still relentless, teasing Yi Tian. Yi Tian felt bitter in his heart. Whoa! Immediately, that Shui Lingling's eyes flashed. She turned her head, and gently waved her 2 hands towards Huang Ruoshi's direction, as if asking for a hug. Hey, this child, who has just reached the full moon, is just a little pervert. Yueliuli had no choice but to put Yi Tian into Huang Ruoshi's arms. Huang Ruoshi's skin is as thick as fat, with crimson thin lips, white teeth are crystal clear, her figure is slim and graceful, her legs are slender, and her long red hair falls down her shoulders. Its figure is also extremely enchanting, like a witch, and the two mountains stand proudly. After Yi Tian was hugged in his arms, he rubbed his head against Huang Ruoshi's majestic mountain, and then buried it directly. He thought to himself, as expected of the eldest princess of the ancient country, the capital is really strong. Seeing the young master like this, Huang Ruoshi's pretty face turned red. She was extremely hot, and she was extremely shy. wishing she could find a place to sneak in, but thinking that the young master is just a full moon baby, it should be because he was surrounded by many elders just now, and he was just shy. So he wanted to bury his head, so he patted Yi Tian lightly, as if he was coaxing a baby to sleep. Seeing this, Yi Junlin smiled and shook his head. My own son has inherited his peerless beauty, but not his dedication. It's just been a full moon, and at such a young age, to be so, unrestrained. But Yueliuli didn't care. Instead she smiled softly, her heart became more and more joyful, and said to Yi Junlin, husband, Tian'er's understanding is really good. When I grow up in the future, I can marry a few more saints and goddesses. They will help us a lot. Branches and leaves spread. Yi Junlin was speechless. His wife really has double standards. For her husband, she must never have a second wife, and must love her wholeheartedly, but her son must have 3 wives and 4 concubines, and there are many harems, and he is also nicknamed, spread more branches and leaves, and strengthen their lineage. Yi Junlin wanted to say, in fact, I can also make some contributions to the strengthening of our line. But it's a pity he didn't have the guts. While everyone was laughing, the looted ancient dragon egg actually started to vibrate, its divine light glowed, it shone brilliantly, and there was a lot of movement. Chapter 40 The Birth of a Little Dragon, a Little Snake. The elders are furious. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Ambilight, light flashes, there are runes covering the eggshell, colorful mottled, surrounded by colorful aura, setting it off very sacred, like a supreme treasure. This situation immediately attracted everyone's attention, especially the first elder and second elder. What's going on? Could it be that the peerless dragon son conceived in this ancient dragon egg is about to be born? This ancient dragon egg has been conceived by the ancestral dragon's nest for countless ages. Since it was conceived in the ancient times until now, it has absorbed countless treasures from heaven and earth. When it comes into the world today, it will surely shake the world and become the powerful mount of the young master. That's right, under the care of ancestral dragon nest, coupled with the supreme blood he possessed, he could have been born early, but he was born after coming to the Wangyi family. It seems that it is God's will. Seeing this, several elders laughed heartily, feeling very comfortable. The great elder Yi Wanjun came to Yi Tian lightly and said, Young master, it seems that it is God's will that the peerless dragon son conceived in this ancient dragon egg can become your mount. That I am in a good mood, and I am quite relieved. I snatched the ancient dragon egg back from the nest of the ancestral dragon. I originally hoped that the young master would have a talented mount that could always follow in the future. I thought it would take a period of time for the family to support it, plus the support of countless spiritual fluids and grasses to make it born. I never thought that right now, there are signs of birth, about to break out of the shell. Doesn't it mean that the young master also has a great fate with the peerless dragon son in this ancient dragon egg? Fate is incredible. Seeing this, Yi Junlin and Yueliuli stared at Huang Gulong's egg with flickering eyes and glowing pupils. To a certain extent, the life conceived by this ancient dragon egg can also be regarded as an ancient freak that has experienced years of precipitation. If it is successfully born, coupled with the precipitation of the years, the growth potential will be terrifying. To what extent, I can't imagine. Maybe, it will give Yi Tian a lot of help on his growth path. Even Huang Ruoshi watched eagerly. The true phoenix blood in her body was boiling, as if it was about to burn. A drop of sweat trickled down Huang Ruoshi's pretty face, and she guessed in her heart, the creatures in this ancient dragon's egg are not simple. In terms of the strength of the bloodline, it even far surpasses the true blood of the phoenix. That at this moment, almost all eyes on the hall were focused on this ancient dragon egg, but without exception, they all agreed that this ancient dragon egg could give birth to supreme creatures and accompany Yi Tian in his growth. Yi Tian's eyes were burning, as if he was looking at delicious food. The corners of his mouth would flow down. But he was forced to stop it by himself. Originally, he planned to find a chance to cook and fry this ancient dragon egg when no one else was around. In short, there are so many ways to eat it, and there is always one that suits the ancient dragon egg. But now, the dragon egg is about to shatter, and the creatures conceived in it will also be born, so I can't do anything about it. But although I can't eat it, it seems good to find a mount as my playmate. Under the attention of all the people, the egg shell of the ancient dragon egg slowly shattered, and the five-color divine light shone like the sun. The great elder stroked his beard, waiting for the legendary peerless dragon son to come to the world, but when the eggshell shattered, there was a sound of dragon chant, and the elders above the hall looked wonderful, and said inwardly, "Stable, it really is a generation of peerless dragon sons, with great talents." The light slowly faded away, and a creature with skin like crystal gems emerged from the dragon egg. The body was glowing with luminous glass, luxurious and sacred, showing the majesty and arrogance of a generation of emperor dragons. However, what happened next stunned the audience. Just judging from the head, this dragon is probably not an ordinary person, but, after she completely climbed out of the eggshell, the eyes of all the onlookers were shocked, tongue-struck, with a surprised expression. Even the calm elders of the branches didn't know what to say. The great elder was even more shocked and almost pulled his beard off. The second elder scolded, his face was flushed with anger, "Damn ancestral dragon nest, you dare to lie to my Yueliuli family, what kind of thing did you give, you are really angry." Yi Tian also wanted to know what happened to make so many elders and palace masters lose their composure. Eyeballs rolled and turned, the water was shining, and she looked in the direction of the ancient dragon egg, immediately understood why everyone lost their composure. In the broken egg shell, there is still very loose egg liquid, and beside it, there is a small snake, which is opening its mouth, sucking the egg liquid shallowly, with a satisfied expression and bright eyes, as if enjoying something peerless treasures in general. Even Yi Tian was in a trance for a moment, thinking to himself, what? How could it be a little snake? It shouldn't be. According to the family's statement, the peerless dragon son conceived from the ancient dragon's egg has experienced years of precipitation, and his talent is outstanding. How could he be so mediocre? No, the value is quite high. Tongzi, hurry up, let's identify what's going on. The dragon eggs that the first elder and the second elder worked so hard to snatch back from the ancestral dragon's nest can't breed a little waste. Or the mentality of the two old men will explode. Ding ding ding, start testing. Ding, the test was successful. This little snake, little dragon, has mediocre talent. Originally, he was a peerless dragon son with numerous talents, but under the baptism of countless ages, the blood of the little dragon changed, and instead degenerated. Hearing what the system said, Yi Tian felt very sorry and sighed inwardly. It's a pity that such a waste was bred from the ancient dragon eggs that were searched with great effort across several states. He was originally a peerless dragon son of a generation, but unfortunately, under the baptism of time, his bloodline has degenerated instead. The dragon clan is the most vicious of the heavens, and the bloodline is supreme. Logically speaking, the probability of such a thing as bloodline degeneration happening to the dragon clan is not 1 in a billion. Originally, he wanted to taste the taste of dragon eggs, but now Yi Tian changed his mind. As the heir of a noble family bloodline, but only a mortal body, isn't this the dragon version of Ben's baby? Of course, I am very lucky. Not only is the family the #1 family in the heavens, Dad is still the strongest in the world, the god emperor of the Yi family who has conquered all ages. What's more, these prestigious relatives still circle around me all day long, holding them for fear of falling, and holding them for fear of melting. Oh yes, I also have an extra system that is occasionally useful. Thinking of this, Yi Tian looked at the snake. Baby dragon's eyes suddenly turned into deep sympathy. Compared with myself, this little dragon was handed over by his family, it must be too miserable. Seeing this, Yueliuli sighed, but also put Yi Tian beside the little snake to see what Tiana wanted. Ancestral dragon nest is really daring, it's just playing tricks on me. Take a trash to play with my Yi family, do you really think we are all fools? That the second elder Yi Wanjie roared loudly, his eyes were blood red, full of murderous intent, wishing he could slaughter the ancestral dragon's nest right now. The other elders restrained their temper, but they were also extremely angry. Everyone thought that Solanko took a trash egg to tease the Wangi family. But Yi Junlin is worthy of being the god emperor of the world. His eyes are like torches, he sees through everything. After scanning the ancient dragon egg in this little snake, he instantly understands that it is not the ancestor dragon nest who deliberately played tricks on the Wangi family, but the blood degeneration caused by the years. Let's go, my Yi family has been prosperous for countless ages, can I still be played by this group of loaches?
The second elder was aggressive, like a demon god, with a fiery temper, and he was about to fly out of the hall to settle accounts with Solanco, but at this moment, a pleasant voice came, "Elder, wait a minute, young master, seems to like this little snake very much, this little dragon."